Hi, it's Brian Bassett from the JetsBlog.com here, spiraling down for your Week 12 Jets translations. First up, Rex talks about how the Jets tried to help the offense.
We tried to run it, and we kind of lacked some consistency. There at times we looked like we were running it well, and then other times not so much.
Translation, we're trying to hide our quarterback, and it's clearly not working. I'm trying to push the Wildcat down this team's throat no matter who the offensive coordinator is, and it's clearly not working. Something is not working on this offense, and I'm being dragged down by the quarterback position yet again. Feel familiar? Speaking of the quarterback, Gino talks about job security and looking over his shoulder.
2 losses, and that's this league, man. Everyone wants to, put a new quarterback in, and I understand that. But, I'm not worried about, anything other than trying to get better.
Translation, hey, I'm doing my best, guys, but who else on this roster is really going to challenge me? Matt Sims has had some success, but let's face it, it's been against bad defenses, and it stalled last week for him. So, putting him in, what does that really afford you long term? The Jets have rolled their dice with Geno Smith. It's not going to be David Garrard. They've got to see what this guy can be before next year. And you got to think Rex Ryan is using his quarterback as his hostage a little bit, since it was probably John Idzik's pick. Next up, the media asks Santonio Holmes whether or not he blames his quarterback for the loss. Watch this.
Why would I do that? Why would I blame it on my starting quarterback? Next question.
Translation, can you tell that I can barely contain my just utter despise of the media? What's Santonio Holmes going to say here? Is he going to throw his teammate, his quarterback, under the bus? It's not a good look for anybody. Doing so publicly, rarely smart. So he said the right thing by calling out the media. Last up, Ed Reed has to defend himself against the media and some of the questions of that deep pass that went for a touchdown late in the game. Watch this.
Simple adjustments we got to make. We know how to play quarters. We know where to be on that. We knew they was about to take a shot. And it's bad that we knew they were throwing the ball deep and not play it well. So it's all about believing in and trusting in your abilities.
Translation, at least my hat looks good. Ed Reed might have a role on this team, but it's clearly not in that capacity at this point. They knew the ball was coming. They knew the wind was with them. They knew that would be a game-changing play, and it was, and Reed just wasn't there. They got to deploy him somewhere else or deploy him to the bench. I love the guy. I respect him. He's one of my favorite players of all time, but it's not working, and the Jets have to figure out some things on offense and defense, and they got the Miami Dolphins up next, so we'll see you next week after Week 13.